See if it's gonna work. It worked. The first link didn't work actually. Okay, everyone. If anybody's here, I don't think so. But in today's live stream, today's lesson, we're going to talk about abundance and how to adapt an abundance mentality. I'm going to explain what is abundance mentality, and what is the opposite. So we'll just jump right into it. Uh, so, first of all, what is the meaning of abundance? Abundance is the idea that there is plenty, there are a lot of things, okay? And when we talk about our life situations, when you when you think of just the word abundance, you're thinking of no lack, right? No lack of anything. You are not in lack when you think about abundance. So, this is the meaning of abundance. The opposite of abundance is scarcity. Scarcity. What's scarcity? Scarcity is the idea that there is shortage. There is not enough. There's not enough of anything. Think about the COVID times when, at the beginning of COVID, there was scarcity of masks or toilet paper. So that is called scarcity. Abundance is the opposite. It's the opposite of scarcity. That there's plenty, right? So when we talk about abundance mentality, it's a mentality to adapt or to build that you are not in lack. You are not in a situation that there's shortage in your life. There's scarcity in your life, right? And this, you can use this mentality for any situation, for any, doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what country you live in or what situation. And of course, that's why it's called abundant mentality, because you are not looking at the physicality of things. You're not looking at the existence of materialistic things around you, but you're looking at it from a mental perspective. That's why it's called abundance mentality. So, for example, it's an attitude, right? It's an attitude, it's a behavior. But if you are able to adapt to build an abundance mentality, you're going to be able to achieve anything in your life, the things that you want to have, and you will deal with any situation with no hesitation. You're going to approach anything positively, because you feel you feel like there's abundance in your life, right? First of all, in your life, just in general, your life is all about abundance. What do I mean by this? The way you think and what you deal with in your life is all about abundance. You attract abundance based on the way you think. So, for example, and they're not always good. And that's why maybe if you're not happy with your life situation, because you are you are bringing to your life an abundance of things that you don't like. I'll explain. Does that make sense? I hope so. So, for example, if you think you are poor and your life is not good, guess what? You are attracting an abundance of this situation, this feeling for your life into your life, right? If you think, oh man, I don't, I don't like my job, I don't like my house. Guess what? You are attracting this. feeling of dislike, this feeling of ungratefulness, right? You are not grateful for your life situation, for your life. So, because of that, you are bringing a negative version of abundance, right? So, that's why today we're going to talk about the positive version of abundance, because in our life situation we're continuously attracting abundance, and that's why it's an attitude and it's a behavior. So the reason I wanted to do this, because I recently read this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I don't know if you have seen any of the videos that I've posted on YouTube, but on habit on page 250, on habit 4. Habit 4 is about what? Think win-win. Think win-win. What does that mean? Thinking that everybody can win. Even if I win, you can win. And there is no competition. The author describes a win-win situation as a way that everybody in the world can win, and there's enough for everybody. And that's where he talks about abundance mentality. And I'll get to that in a second. But if you think about it, in today's society, unfortunately, everybody is in competition. Everybody wants to win, but they think if they win, somebody has to lose, right? If I win, somebody has to lose. Like, I'm an English teacher, right? If I approach teaching English with a scarcity mentality or with a win lose mentality, that means I will do anything I can to win, to have more students, to make more money, but somebody else has to lose, right? Let's say I'm working in a school, or I have a school in this town, but I will do anything I can to bring more students. What? To bring more students, but I will make sure that the other school will not get any students. I'll do the best advertisements. I will do, you know, the most community outreaches in order to make sure that I will get all the students, but they won't not get the students. Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. So the other day I went to the I went to a mechanic, and uh, I usually go to this mechanic, but because they were so busy, I was they told me you have to leave the car all day, and I said, I can't do it. So I left, but I before I left, I said, "Do you have a recommendation for another mechanic?" And he just like looked at me. No. I know in today's society that's not um normal anymore. Like, if I usually go to this mechanic, they're not going to send you to another mechanic. But also in an abundance win-win mentality or a win-win society, he would be okay to say, "Hey, I have another friend who's a mechanic. You can go to him." But we don't do that anymore, and I don't blame him because I usually go to him. So I felt kind of weird even asking that. But uh, the point is, if you change this mindset and think that there's enough for everybody, that if I win, it does not it does not need to be in the cost of, or somebody else will not have to pay for that price. I can win, they can win, right? So I will explain. Uh, I'll read a little bit here on in the book about abundance mentality. Abundance mentality, the third character trait essential to win-win, is the abundance mentality. So this is the third character trait, the third personality trait. The paradigm, this measurement that there is plenty, out there for everybody. There's enough out there for everybody. And if you think about it, in today's world, the way politicians look at the world, the way the news looks at the world, the way we see the world is they have created this scarcity mentality. There's not enough oil. There's not enough power to create more electricity. There's not enough money. Climate change. Everything is gonna, we're not gonna have what like you know what I'm talking about, right? But then even outside of that, there is a lot of politics about uh, peace. Oh, there's no peace in this place. Oh, well, the earth is, we are running out of natural resources, right? By the way, that is fake news because come on, like we are living, there is so much abundance in this world that everybody can be rich and live uh, a happy life. But a bunch of people, I don't want to get into politics, but with an abundance mentality, even despite all of those things, despite all of those pushes that they make to make you feel like you're less, to make you feel like there's not enough, there is enough. And how can you get there? By simply changing your mindset and adapting an abundance mentality. Because most people are deeply scripted in what I call the scarcity mentality. They see life as having only so much, as though there were only one pie out there. So there's only one piece, or one piece of the pie. And if someone were to get a big piece of the pie, it would mean less for everybody else. The scarcity mentality is the zero sum paradigm of life. People with a scarcity mentality have a very difficult time sharing recognition, sharing credit, power, or profit, even with those who help in the production. They also have a very hard time being genuinely happy for the successes of other people, even and sometimes, especially members of their own family or close friends and associates. So, all these billionaires and rich people that you see, by the way, I don't aspire to be like any of them anymore. You know, you think about Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, uh, some crazy billionaires. I don't look up to those people anymore because those people, even though they have so much money, if you really think about it, they live in a state of lack. They live with scarcity mentality because, I mean, you can look at or watch a clip for like 15 minutes from these people. All they talk about is negativity. They never say, I am so grateful for my life for having $1 billion, right, or $1 trillion. They're always like, we're going to change the future, we're going to build a future because right now it's terrible, right? They're always spreading this fake lies and fake news. And so I never call those people living an abundant lifestyle, because again, abundance is not just about money. It's about an abundance of good things in your life, your health, your faith, your beliefs, your values, right? It's not always about money. So you think about it here, they have a very hard time being genuinely happy because these people are not happy. They're toxic, they're divorced, their relationships are terrible, right? And they are not happy for the success of other people, right? Because if these people were truly happy and they lived an abundant with an abundant mentality, guess what? Abundance mentality. Then they would be what? Thinking win-win, meaning they would not be hoarding money, hoarding money, hoarding money. They would be giving, 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 but they don't. So it's almost as if Something is being taken from them when someone else receives special recognition or a windfall again, or has remarkable success or achievement. Although they might verbally express happiness for others' success, inwardly they are eating their hearts out. This is very powerful. So they might verbally express happiness. Verbally, it means physically. Like you look at them, you say, "Oh my God, this guy is so successful. Wow. They are so happy." But no, like behind closed doors, like they are toxic. You do not, I would not want to be near any of those people. They're scary because inwardly they are eating their hearts out. Their sense of worth comes from being compared and someone else's success. What? Their sense of worth comes from being compared and someone else's success to some degree means their failure. You see? Just think about that. Someone else's success means their failure. Like all these countries, they don't really work together. They don't work together. They just want to be, the most powerful. They don't want everybody. So it's not a win-win mentality, right? These people are not living a win-win mentality. So only so many people can be A students. Only one person can be number one. To win simply means to beat. Just think about it. Everything in today's life or today's society is about win lose. If somebody wins, somebody else has to lose. And they are programming people from all aspects of life. Like I used to love watching soccer. I don't really watch soccer anymore because first of all, it's just become a show, and second of all, it's like they're building in you that the only way for you to look at life's success is to what? To win. And for you to win, somebody has to lose. And by the way, maybe I come across or I appear like a negative person, but if you truly think about it, the world is changing really fast, and we have to be very careful and to not follow the crowd because they're literally feeding us with this type of mentality that there's not enough for everybody and we have to go out there and beat everybody else so that you can win. No, with the abundance mentality, you take personal joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment, right? And this here, it starts from inside. That's why it's called abundance mentality. You start from yourself. You start feeling grateful for all the things that you have in your life, and you start looking at life and the world from that perspective that if I win, it's okay. Other people can win too. And uh, and all of that starts from inside. And the cool thing I like about this book is Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. Habit one, habit two, habit three. These three habits are about yourself, working on yourself, being proactive, taking responsibility for your life in any life situation. Habit two, begin with the end in mind. This is about, again, setting your own goals, writing your script, writing your goals, and looking ahead to the future. Habit three is what? Put first things first. And I made a bunch of videos about these. Actually, I made 3 videos especially for English learners. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you can find those. I tailored these habits specifically for English learners, how to make plans for your life to master the English language using these habits. So habit 3 is about still about yourself, right? Working on your inner self, inside, not outside. First things first. This means you organize your life and you only and you only work on the things that are the most important. First things first. And you fill your schedule with all of those things that are the most important. And then when we go to habit number 4, which is think win win, this is the first habit in the book, that you start looking outward, because now you have built the personality that you can take care of yourself. You are proactive, you are independent, right? You can work well with other people. You know how to deal with your own emotions. You're mentally strong, you're physically strong, right? And then you already have your vision as well. You have your goals written down, you have your personal mission, and you also have your life in order. You know what's important, you focus on what's important, you ignore what's not important. And then you go to habit number 4, which is think win win. This is where you start working on the outside, building relationships, thinking win win, right? And always approaching people, helping other people, not at the cost of your own loss, but from the perspective that if I help other people, they can win and I can win. And you start approaching life from from this perspective, that there's enough for everybody, and I will always work hard to make sure that I live with that mentality. You're responsible, you are grateful for your own life situations, and you don't live a lifestyle where you think, oh, there's not enough, or oh my god, my English is terrible, or I don't have enough money. Again, you go back to the same trap of scarcity mentality. Even if you have $20, like, just feel grateful and approach your life that you have so much, you know, you have so much in your life. And once you adapt this type of mentality, you first attract more to your life, because everything in life is, I mean, this is a some another video I'll talk about in a different video, but everything in life is what? A paradox. What's a paradox? A paradox is, in order for you to go high, you first need to go low. In order for you to be respected by other people, you have to go low and be humble. In order for you to express joy, you first have to go through suffering. In order for you to become successful, you have to go through failure. So everything in life is a paradox. But society, and today in education, we are they're teaching us something completely different, which is like everything, the values of things are about the outside materialistic, are compared to the outside materialistic things. Happiness is linked to money. Success is linked to like high ranks, being successful, having a, but in truly and honestly, those those people are not always happy, because happiness starts from the inside, right? So with the abundance mentality, you start thinking of life, that everything you have in your life is a blessing. And if you think your life is a blessing, then you are going to attract an abundance of blessings. If you think your life, you're living in lack, right? You don't have enough. Oh, this is not good. And guess what? You're going to you see your life going down in a spiral, that you're going to attract more lack, which is not good, right? So this is why it's called abundance mentality. Abundance mentality is, you look at everything, and you look at the world, you look at life, that there's plenty for everybody, and I don't have to go and beat someone else so that I can win. That's not how it works. So that's all I have for today about abundance mentality. I hope that you learned from this live stream and this video that your life situation, anything you want to change in your life, starts from here. You have to change your mentality, man. If you don't, if you don't start here, you will always be suffering. It doesn't matter. You could have $1 million. If you live in lack, if you are in a state of lack, in a state of scarcity, you will never feel happy. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you learned and you enjoyed today's live stream. And if you have any questions, you can comment below, and I'll be happy to answer the questions either in comments or in the next videos. I see, uh, I don't know if these people are still here, but this was really fun. I will be doing more scheduled live streams here on YouTube. And if you liked it, please share it with your friends so that that will encourage me to do it more, because you have to think win-win. In order for me to win, you can also win. Everybody can win. So, yeah, that's all I have for today. Have a good one. I don't even know what I said in the end. But, anyways, have a good day.